I'll tell you, we deployed 150 observers, everyone present, everyone working. We have received 134 reports from these observers. Now, you have to understand the strategic deployment we're following. And that strategic deployment is to look at INEC data, analyze with our data to agree where there are presence of persons with disability. We don't deploy everywhere because it will be a waste of manpower, a waste of resources. So we deploy guided by data science. So the data says, for instance, in PU 10, in one of the primary school community, we saw that in our data that there's only one person with albinism. And we informed INEC, and INEC indeed deployed the magnifying glasses there, even before we escalate that. So that's a good development. And that shows you the trend of our deployment. So if you go to look for us where there are no persons with disability, you will not see us.
That's wonderful.
So our deployment is scientific. It is working. We are on all the 3 senatorial zones. Not only that, we have 16 roving media inclusion observers. They are seeing to say, where are these media? Are they talking to persons with disability? And I can tell you that many media houses, in your tradition, you don't like to mention the name of other media houses on your channel.
That's not true. That's not true, Ambassador Jake. That's not true. We give credit.
My darling sister, you're in trouble. I'll mention name. Channel at 7 a.m. took me on. I was the first guest on their live presentation. News Central, Galaxy TV, the local television station, the local NTA station with its grassroots outreach have taken us on. So there is that 60% improvement in terms of inclusive media. And thank God for people like you that have been a champion of inclusive media. And of course, your Director General, who I can describe as a dear friend of the community of persons with disability.
Jake, thank you.
So in terms of...
Jake, thank you. Jake, thank you for the clarification about, the deployment of instruments for your members. That's quite, welcoming. Now we know that it's not as if, the partnership has not worked. It's been historic indeed. But again, let's...
I think if you give me 30 seconds, let me talk about the historic deployment of 25 language interpreters, sign language interpreters, which INEC approved at the dying minute. That partnership has given us incredible result because we stationed these sign language interpreters and we discovered that many of them didn't have sign language interpreters. And so they were escorted, they signed for them and signed them out. So it's an interesting development, an innovation that we want to continue to highlight, But if you permit me, there's an interesting personality that you guys need to hear from. And that's the vice chairman of TAF Africa Board, who happens to be a former national commissioner in INEC.